and I will do a small presentation explaining all what I did for the Welcome to Mars, well, the rover that goes to Mars. So we have three settings to establish: the width and the height of the square. In this case, I will set it, for example, 300 width, 300 height. We click Next. Here we set up the initial position of the rover. So I will set it on the square 20 of width and 20 of height. And here I can choose the initial orientation: north, south, west, or east. Let's say I put east in this case. We click Next. And here I can add the set of orders. Okay, I have two options. The first one is to add it with the specified in the instructions, where A is for advance, L is for left, R is for right. Okay, and of course I can clear the input, and I can the keyboard only allows me to introduce the specified allowed letters. If I try a different letter, it will not let me introduce it. Okay, so I click Add, and here is all the set of all of the orders. I can remove a certain order if I want, clicking on the red cross. We have an arrow indicating of course this is north, right? Sorry, this is this is advance, left, advance, and it would be a right. We have a letter and also the arrow to help it to make it more intuitive. I can also remove all the orders if I want. I can add them again. And then also I have a nice feature that allows me to add the orders directly with the keyboard. So if I click up arrow, I will add the forward order, and the same for left or right keyboard. You can try if you want. And if we click space, well, space will do nothing, but because I removed that option. And if we want to begin the trip, we just have to click on the button of start trip, and then we will see a nice counter: 3, 2, 1. Here is the initial position, and we can see how the rover is moving, and we get the position at north if it's accepted inside the square, and the x width and the y height, right, of how it is moving. Finally, when I added a small timeout of 300 milliseconds so that we can see the effect of the movement, and when the trip is finished, we get the final results. We will try now again to set coordinations that will cause a failed trip. Okay, so we click on try again. The square, we can change it now. Let's say I will make a smaller square of 50 by 50, right? Here the initial position will be 1 and 1. I will head the rover to the west, right? And I will force it to crash, going outside of the square by telling him to go forward on the west position. We begin the trip. Smaller, but you cannot see very well, but it's very small. And as you can see, it says that we went out of the square. Okay, the effect was not very nice because the square was too small, but I can try a third time if you want. 500, 500. In this case, of course, if I set position, the initial position, out of the square, the input doesn't allow me. I make with template driven checking that this input is outside, so you will not be allowed to click next. You cannot go forward until you don't set up the right the initial position of the rover inside of the square. Okay, and this time let's say we will try east, and I don't know, I will add a random set of orders. I'm not entirely sure what will happen. Okay, we will begin the trip. Let's see what happens. 2, 1. The trip starts. I'm not sure exactly what I told the rover to do, and that's it. Pretty much the key points of the the really relevant parts of the exercise in the code are in the service sections, in the helper service, in the from the line uh, from the line 61 to the line 247. It's the actual exercise. The rest of code, it's just some code that I added to show some techniques, some skills, maybe not even necessary for the project, but I decided to add it to make a nice finished product. Okay, and that's it. Thank you very much. Bye bye.